Hi everyone, welcome to Miss Adams Predicts Poetry. This video is going to have a little look at the Edexcel Relationships Anthology, have a little look at the past papers and the samples, see if we can spot any trends or patterns. As always, just a reminder that, we don't have crystal balls, so please make sure that you're revising broadly and widely to make sure that you are covered for these exams. But for now, let's get started. Okay, so last year was the manhunt and it was looking at relationships between two people, so that's quite nice and broad. The year before we had Duchess, then One Flesh, Child to a Sick Grandfather, and so on and so forth. One thing that I'm noticing is that they're actually quite even in terms of how often they do modern versus the older poems. So it's not like we've been missing, like a 19th century poem or anything like that. So it's pretty much anyone's guess in terms of what period of time the poem comes from. These are the poems that haven't yet come up: First Date, Love's Dog, Sonnet 43, and My Father Would Not Show Us. So that's what we've not seen so far. But as we know, exam boards are starting to repeat poems in an effort to be unpredictable. AQA certainly has. I don't think Edexcel has yet, but that doesn't mean they're not going to do it now this year. So do be aware of some of the poems that maybe came up early in the series. And on that note, it's also worth considering the samples as well. Just because they're on the specimens, it doesn't mean they're not going to show up. So I was thinking about, what have we not seen a lot of in terms of theme? And I wondered if maybe we might have something sort of on the more negative side, like looking at difficulties in love again. I know we had difficult relationships down here in specimen 1. But the way that love can create suffering, or love can create pain, or love can create loss. And we could have Love's Dog for that kind of the pros and cons of love. Something sort of slightly more family based, we might have My Father Would Not Show Us, or First Date for that kind of idea about expectations, perhaps. Alternatively, they might just give us a good old romance. Do you know what I mean? They might just be like presentations of love. Wouldn't that be nice? You might see something like Sonnet 43, or like I said, anything that has come up could be on there. Family relationships we've not seen since this one, and again, Nettles is the father-son, like if they wanted to redo one of the specimens, that could come up in that way. But you know what I'm going to say, revise broadly and widely, and then you'll be covered for all bases. Have a good working knowledge of every poem, and then have like 6 poems that your quotes for that go with anything. That's a great way of preparing for the exam. That's it from me. Hopefully that was helpful. Please subscribe. Please share the video with your buddies if they are doing the AQA Edexcel Relationships Anthology, because we're all in it together. Otherwise, thank you so much and happy revising.